The Washington Redskins and Kirk Cousins have returned to a familiar place, one that will once again leave him a wealthy man whether here or elsewhere. And, once again, it's Cousins who holds the leverage despite what happened in the season finale Sunday. Cousins had a chance to lead a late-game score, whether to tie or beat the New York Giants. Instead, he threw an interception from the Giants' 43-yard line with less than 90 seconds remaining in a 19-10 loss. It was the worst possible timing for him and will feed a narrative all offseason for fans about his true value and whether the Redskins should keep him around.
Now comes the big question for Washington: how much does it value Cousins? After Cousins played on the franchise tag this season and earned $19.95 million, the Redskins have to either sign him to a long-term deal or use the tag again to ensure he stays around. "It's really not my decision to make," Cousins said. "They chose to tag me and the same is true this year. Right now, the ball's not in my court."
But he does hold the leverage, thanks to the fact that good quarterbacks don't often become available. In the past 2 years, Cousins has thrown a combined 54 touchdown passes to 23 interceptions. He's played with excellent talent and in a good scheme, but he's also made it work most of the time. The Redskins have said they want him to return, but deciding on the cost is another matter. Last offseason, Washington's best offer was $16 million per season, $2 million less per year than what the Houston Texans gave Brock Osweiler. Cousins' side wanted $20 million, mainly because that's how much he would make if they used the tag on him.
This year, if the Redskins want to strike a long-term contract, it most likely would have to average $24 million per year. Otherwise, Cousins once more will be comfortable playing on the tag at a cost of $24.7 million. This, as of now, appears to be the most likely outcome. As much as the Redskins want Cousins back, they'll say it privately, too. They'll also say just as quickly, they have 53 players to worry about, not just one. In other words, it must be for the right price. They do have the cap room with approximately $65 million in available space. They can afford a bigger deal in 2017, though cornerback Josh Norman's contract also will take up $20 million in cap space. They also have other free agents this year and next whom they must consider.
If the Redskins wanted to tag Cousins a third straight year in 2018, the figure would be around $34 million. Doing the math, if that happened, Cousins would have made $78 million in guaranteed income over 3 seasons. That's why he's been reluctant to sign for anything that he and his representatives feel isn't market value. If he's tagged this offseason, he would make $43 million in guaranteed income over 2 years. That's one reason why a long-term deal was always going to be difficult last offseason and will continue to be in 2017.
Cousins posted strong numbers this year, throwing for a franchise record 4,917 yards and 25 touchdowns to 12 interceptions. There were missed opportunities throughout the season. There also was an inconsistency in the final 6 games. He had 3 games in which he finished with less than an 80 passer rating and 3 in which he was above 100. It didn't help the offense that the run game sputtered in 2 of the last 3 games as well. As little as 3 weeks ago, there were still some in the organization who weren't yet sold on his true value. That final pick was a dagger for non-Cousins fans, dredging up memories of ugly interceptions earlier in his career and a reason for them to not pay him big money. Redskins coach Jay Gruden is a believer, however. But even he called that pass not a great decision.
He's going to respond in a positive way, Gruden said. That's what Kirk is all about. There's a lot of very good quarterbacks that haven't been to the playoffs ever. He's already taken us to one and we were that close this year. He's going to learn from it and get better because of it. The problem for Washington remains the same as last offseason. If not Cousins, then who? The Redskins have Colt McCoy and rookie Nate Sudfeld on the roster. McCoy is confident, but the coaches chose Cousins over him, and Sudfeld did not look like a realistic option for 2017.
That would leave the draft or free agency. If you're going to let Cousins get away, you'd better have a backup plan. This isn't Denver or Houston where you can rely on, say, your defense. The Redskins have a quarterback who, at his best, can creep near that top 10 range or sneak into it. But he's also capable of games in which he looks much worse. That makes him probably overall a middle-tier guy at the most important position in the league. How much is that worth? It might be more than what fans would be willing to shell out, but not more than what the Redskins might have to pay.